When people say they're moving to Nashville, they don't always mean Nashville proper itself. There's a whole ring of thriving communities around the city, each with their own unique story to tell. And today, we're in one of the most popular one of all, Mount Juliet.
Just 20 minutes east of downtown in one of the fastest growing communities, where your career might be downtown, but your home is here. Life moves a little bit slower here, but opportunity moves fast.
Families love it for the schools, the parks, and the sense of safety. Investors love it for the steady growth. And locals, they'll tell you it still feels like a small town, even as new shops and restaurants pop up every month. Over the years, Mount Juliet has managed to grow without losing what makes it special. Neighbors who wave, businesses that know your name, and weekends spent at the lake instead of stuck in traffic. Whether you're raising a family, launching a business, or just looking for room to roam without leaving the Nashville lifestyle behind, Mount Juliet might just be the Nashville you were really looking for. This is Nashville Next Door.
Mount Juliet is a growing, thriving place, and one of the ways that we keep track of where all the building is happening in the city is to check in with the Chamber of Commerce.
So let's go meet the president, Mark Hinesley.
So Mark, we were talking earlier, there are about 15 people moving to the area every day. Is that true?
Every single day, and they're moving here for many reasons. We were tied with Lebanon for a long time, and we're now getting restaurants and retail, a number of mixed-use projects that are being built literally from the north to the southeast and the west part of Mount Juliet. You know, we're right here at Sprouts today. That was something that people asked for a long time, was a healthy grocery store. They wanted something for their kids and the young ones to do. So just over the hill over there is Slick City, which is a indoor park for kids to jump and slide and do all that kind of playing. We've got new office buildings, which is important because that brings daytime jobs here.
Right.
And when you have daytime jobs, they go out to lunch and shop over the middle of the day.
Right.
And that is probably one of the things that's going to help us attract those restaurants that can have customers during the day as well as on Friday and Saturday nights.
What are people moving to this area in particular for, and what can they expect once they get here?
Well, I mean, I think in the big picture, you've got Nashville as probably one of the fastest growing cities. So people get to Nashville and they say, where do we want to live? And then they start looking around and they start looking at affordable housing or appropriately affordable housing. They look at schools, and education is probably the number one thing, because if they can live anywhere they want, even if they don't have kids, they know that their house is going to be a higher resale if they're in a community and a county that has good schools.
Right.
And we are so blessed with nearly a world-class public education system. And people looking, they can drill right down into the classroom and see the quality of education that their children are going to have access to.
Speaking as a former law enforcement guy myself, public safety is huge, and I was so happy to hear that what we have going on with public safety and the police department is also second to none. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
I might have saved the best for last, because our police department is surpassed by none other in the United States with what we do. And they do so much with so many fewer people because they've embraced technology. The only city in Tennessee so far to sign up for a program called Flock Safety, which will use drone cameras,
Oh, wow.
the latest technology, right down into the police cars on their laptops and the way they work as a team. It's really a special place when you and your family can lay your head down at night and go to bed and feel safe.
Yep. So one of the things that gets brought up all the time is traffic. And we get sick of hearing about it, but I think that people just don't understand how development works and how roads are paid for around here. Let's talk about that.
That is probably the number one issue that people face because it affects their life.
Right.
It's very difficult sometimes to get through because of the traffic. And I know people say, why don't you build the roads before you let anybody else come here? Well, that's not exactly how it works, because the roads are paid for with development fees. Mount Juliet does not have a tax stream that will generate enough income to start building roads $1 million a mile or whatever it is. So they rely on the development. So what you see is paying for those roads. Are we a little bit behind? Yes. But what elected official is going to say, let's go out and build roads because I think things will come here?
Right.
They wouldn't be an elected official very long.
Right.
I think Mount Juliet has a plan. I think our city has a very bright future. I think Middle Tennessee has a very bright future. We've got some challenges, but
What city doesn't?
yeah, they're all facing challenges right now, and these are opportunities for us. As more people come in and we get more diverse, I think you'll see mixed-use developments like this that are really planned and well thought out.
So Mount Juliet, we've got a ton of growth, ton of beauty, ton of really cool people. The big thing that I always feel with all of this development though, is it's still my hometown.
Still small town.
It's still a small town. I keep saying, when you go to the grocery store, did you see anybody that you knew? Who'd you talk to and stuff like that? You bump into people that you go to church with or kids go to school with and stuff like that. It's a wonderful place to live, grow, and be, and we're super happy to be here.
Today at Emirrod Bakery in our hometown, and we're gonna meet with our friend Hunter.
Now I know you can't smell it through the screen, but I can. Let's go see what he's baking. So in a carb-conscious world, we are celebrating our daily bread at the Emirrod Bakery, and here we have Hunter, who is making some incredibly world-class sourdough and other bakery items. We are so happy to be here and showcase the incredible work that you're doing. We've heard so much, we've been fans from afar, but now we're together. What can you tell us about your bakery here in Mount Juliet?
I love it. Thank you so much for coming and being here and getting to see the space. I know that we have, in different ways, you've had some of the bread before with different friends and family and things like that, and that's how we got to this space, is exactly what happened with you guys. You had a neighbor who got some bread and stuff like that. So I've always loved bread. I love the chemistry of bread and what goes into making it. Got bitten by the restaurant bug and worked my way through every position in the building, essentially. Ended up traveling around the world and opening up new Hard Rocks for the company, and that's where I really got into bread, as I was seeing, like, in different parts of the world, European styles especially, which is, you know, what this is, just the way they did bread and how simple it was. And to your point about carbs and everything, I noticed that eating that bread never did anything to a lot of folks, including myself. You know, it was just, you know, better for you. It's gut healthy, gut friendly. I have a lot of clients that come in that are full on celiac that eat our bread every week.
Wow.
And it's because it's simple, good for you ingredients. We loved it and started it in our basement of our home and was baking for friends and family. And I said, let's put it on the HOA Facebook page. And, you know, does anybody want bread? And turns out a few people in our neighborhood did. And then they told their friends and family, and then it kind of got bigger and bigger. And it blew up once we started having between 150 and 200 people show up at our house every Thursday for the bake drop.
That many, wow.
Yeah, it was nuts. My wife and I literally looked at each other and said, what do we do? Well, we don't need to have this many people coming through the neighborhood or one, but to our own personal home, you know.
Yeah.
So we were fortunate enough to come across this building.
And how's the response been since? It's almost 1 year, right?
Yeah,
2 months.
November is 1 year, so we're super, super grateful and thankful to be here. Any business that's in the restaurant business or hospitality business that makes it past a year or two, that year mark, it's a huge kind of milestone for that company. So we're honored and really, really blessed to be here. I think that the response has been overwhelming, to say the least. We sell out pretty much every day. We really wanted to bring in as many, not just be a bakery where you come in, get your bread and leave. You know, we wanted it to be so much more than that. We wanted it to be a place where other bakers could come and get either supplies or talk or just learn some things, whatever. And then if we have the space and the time in the room, we'd be able to feature some of those bakers. So a great example is our baklava that we have here in-house. I don't make baklava. I don't want to make baklava. It is so hard to make. And our good pal Julie, she makes it with Sweet Armenia Bakery, and it's her grandmother's recipe, and she's awesome and she crushes it. And it's an honor for us to have it here in the building. So she does that. We have a lot of partnerships like that.
And your dad does the coffee.
Yeah, so Dad has been in coffee. His whole career was coffee, 50 plus years. So out of Louisiana. So my mom's whole side is Louisiana. Community coffee out of Baton Rouge, New Orleans area. And he worked for them, and we worked with a local roaster here in Mount Juliet, and we're super excited about that. And Dad teaches classes on Saturdays, or you can just come hang out and do coffee talk.
And I love the fact, I mean, we're a husband and wife team, and we're building businesses and working together. And I know that your wife does that with you as well.
Yeah, so
she does pottery, and
we do have her pottery here in the building. It's awesome. She's my rock, and she's just she's my why on everything. So the fact that she gets to be part of this is number one. You know what I mean? So she does pottery. She is a wonderful potter.
There's this recognition of the quality of product that you put out that everybody has to partake in and experience for themselves, and it's holding up. I just wanted to say congratulations.
That's a huge compliment, man. Thank you so much. Wow, that's what it's all about, right? I mean, so one of our mottos is "I am second." So, and that there's many, many layers to that phrase, right? We try to live by in every situation, how can we put ourselves second? And it tends to work out for us.
We are super happy that you have grown from a small business operating out of your house to this establishment here, and you're famous across Mount Juliet and Nashville for what you do in the restaurants that use your product. We're so happy to meet you, and thank you for this time.
Thank you for being here. I truly appreciate it, and the door's always open. When it's not, just knock harder.
Okay.
Thanks, guys.
All right, today we are joining some very special people, Amy and Michael of Breeden's Orchard in Mount Juliet. Y'all, thanks so much for having us. And I see on your shirt, Michael, that Breeden's Orchard was started in 1974, and that's pretty cool. And can you tell us a little bit about how Breeden's got started, some of the high points and low points, and how we got here today?
Sure. Mr. Tommy, Miss Marinelle, the Breedens, the original Breedens, started it in 1974, as you said. They ran it until about 2015, 2016, and then I have to say it this way, they kind of aged out of being farmers, which happens to so many people.
Right.
And they did try and sell it for a couple of years, and basically, they were just about to change real estate agents, and a friend of ours who's a real estate agent went in to talk to them, and she had this crazy idea that putting us together, Dorfman's buying from the Breedens was going to be the thing. And my husband was like so excited. He was just like, is there a gate, or can I drive around? Can I see what's going on? And I was like, what
He saw
are
the vision.
you? He saw the vision, but I was like, girl, what are you thinking? She's like, I think you could do so much with this place.
what a story. And you're building more out there.
Building more.
Cider.
Building more everywhere. With our corn bin, our little tiny towns, we have 4 little houses there, like a little sheriff's office, a veterinary clinic, a little county store. We made a giant like a hay chute, like an earth slide. And so we just kind of changed the kind of the elevation of a certain area and cover that for kids to go down as well. We just added some duck races, and we're still trying to build some more things out just to kind of give the place just for kids to really kind of hang out kind of all day and just kind of give families a different opportunity to do something different than, you know, the Mount Juliet, Nashville area that you really don't have anywhere else around you. So it's just a unique experience for families to have and just give them a viable, hopefully a primary option, just kind of in the future.
Okay, so if someone's never been here before, what would you want them to know?
That we have peach picking in the summer, and we're trying really hard to get apple picking going here, but right now we've got young trees, we've got juvenile trees, and so the whole life cycle of the tree and when you can allow them, I mean, it's something I had to learn, right? You just think, these trees are gonna go forever and we're all good. No, that's not the way it works. So it does take some time, and who knew that peach farming was a little bit easier than apple farming, because we've had some setbacks with the apple trees and stuff like that. So we can give you the greatest fall experience. I just can't let you pick an apple from a tree right now, you know, but hopefully we get there in a couple of years. But you need apple cider, you need apple cider donuts, you need fried pies, you need pumpkins, you need family areas that you can take pictures, you need just to get outside. I mean, this is an amazing day.
Yeah, it is.
You know, like you just need to get away for a little while.
Right.
Come on over.
Y'all are building something really beautiful, and honestly, some of the things that you talked about, I'm really looking forward to experiencing in the springtime, etc. What are some of the things that you're most excited about when it comes to the future of this place?
Oh, as far as just the growth in general, it's watching the families just kind of be here. You know, it's kind of giving the families a chance to kind of grow and watching the families come back. You know, the biggest thing that I've really kind of discovered in my time here, it's the adults coming back and saying, I used to come here when I was a kid. Look how much it's changed. Now I'm bringing my kids.
That's cool.
And seeing that sort of generational fun just kind of work its way through the farm. Kids don't like to run around that much anymore these days. So watching them just kind of sprint around and have so much fun. Running down the paths or running over to the slide and kind of running to see the pigs and the goats and the chickens and the ducks and just enjoy themselves. And I think that's really kind of been the most fun of watching what we've done in the past 3 months really kind of trickle over to the spring and the summer of next year and so on, and kind of watch those family memories really just kind of be embedded in new generations of people in the area.
Thank you guys so much for
Thank you.
taking the time with us
worries,
to do this. It means a lot.
Thank you.
We'll be back with our kids
Come on.
consistently.
All right, on this next segment, we are super excited to introduce y'all to Caleb Hawkins of Hillside Hangout here in Mount Juliet. He's got the best hangout space, the best burgers, cocktails, and drinks in this whole city. Caleb, can you tell us a little bit more about this place that you have and why you decided to start it up?
For sure. Yeah, I mean, so it's a new space, right? We've been open since February. But you know, the main goal was just to create a space that I wanted to hang out at. I've got a 5-year-old and a 9-year-old, and I'm like always looking for places that I can get them off their tablet.
Yep.
And this sort of came about. We put a fence in, and I guess the rest of the community also agreed with sort of what we were looking to do. So it's amazing space, not just because of I mean, we've got great food, we do have great drinks, but yeah, if you look around, I mean, you'll see that kids are running around, finding friends, hanging out with each other. There's not a tablet to be seen, and parents to get to hang out and, have a conversation. So that was the goal.
One of the other things that I want to highlight is how you work with other local businesses for your food.
Sure.
Would you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, so again, you know, community is the goal. There's so many places in Mount Juliet that really could be highlighted. Emirrod is a big partner of ours. We use their bread for some brunch items. We use a ton of their buns. People come to us because they've heard of Emirrod, and people go to Emirrod because they've had the burgers here and they want to see what else they have. So
After I had the smash burger here, my life was changed. What goes into making that so separate from any other burger experience around here?
yeah, well, I mean, at the end of the day, keep it simple, right? We've got several different burgers on the menu, but a smash burger, it beats out those thick patties all day. We use quality beef, but for me, the bun is the most important piece, and having something that really no one else has, it's really set us apart, and that's why I love it so much.
So this place has got this incredible backyard, and you got this picnic table seating. We love it. Weather's beautiful. Is there anything more that you're looking forward to or really want to highlight about Hillside Hangout?
Yeah, so the main goal, I would say, with the space was just to really create this environment. I always call this a family-friendly dive bar. Reason being is that the local spots have sort of died away, and that's what our goal was to create, was this space that's, you know, not overly pretentious, but people wanted to come out, sit, hang out with their family, have a beer, enjoy some conversation. And our job was to sort of bring that to them and make them feel welcome enough to come back again and again. And I like to think we've done a really good job of it. And, you know, we've got the regulars to prove it. So, you know, the ultimate goal for that is just to create more of those people that want to be here on a Tuesday, and then on a Friday, and then on a Sunday. Being from, you know, the Midwest, we have a ton of people from the Midwest that move down here.
Yep.
And it reminds them of that space without me throwing a bunch of, you know, Chicago gear, and which I try not to. Trust me, I would love to. But without us having to like really change a whole lot about the space, people they just feel that sort of like Midwestern warmth, which has been, it's fun to hear, because they'll be from Indiana and they're like, oh, it reminds me of my hometown bar in Indiana. Same thing with Chicago. And then we have some other people that just moved in from California, and they're like, oh, this is exactly what it reminds me of on the West Coast, on all these little coastal bars. So yeah, it reminds people of home. It's kind of fun, the amount of different areas, and then we still have that same vibe that gives them that sort of remembrance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
But yeah, I appreciate y'all giving us the opportunity to sort of spotlight it.
Well, it's been awesome to see your vision come to life. Thanks for having us. I think we're going to get something to eat.
Yeah, absolutely. Enjoy the space.
So Blake called me the other day and was like, hey, babe, we're doing a concert at our house in like 5 days. And I was like, wait, what?
She was so confused.
And also, how are we going to do that when we have a rodeo today, baseball, work?
A lot going on
And
today.
here we are.
So have you ever been to a house show?
No, I've never been to a house show. Never had one. I've always wanted to have one though. I've heard about them. I think they're pretty cool. So a buddy of mine from church said that his close friends, which are a traveling band originally from Waco, Texas, they were doing gigs around the Southeast, and one venue canceled in Nashville, so they didn't have a stop in Nashville, but they were trying to make up for it. And my buddy said, hey, can they do a house show at your place? And I said, that sounds fantastic. These guys have come all the way from Asheville, South Carolina, and we're very happy to have them.
And here we are about to host our first house show.
In Nashville, this is actually a pretty common thing. There's tons of rider rounds and a lot of things that we've done in the music scene, but never have we actually hosted a concert. So here we go.
Hi, I'm Bella.
I'm Brooke. And I'm Briley.
Our parents are hosting this concert at our house, and we're in charge of doing the concession, and we brought our friend Bella here to help us set it up. We have candy, we have skinny pop, and then we have our drinks.
All of our prices are around $1 to $2 for everything that we make.
And our parents are teaching us to pay money back, so we borrowed money, and now we have to give their money back, and then hopefully we make $100 in profit.
And we work really hard making our signs and everything. So
yeah, it's really cute. We all work together. We're excited. We're excited.
Yep.
And yeah, life on the road is, I feel like, not a lot of what people expect. People say like, oh, you get to travel for a living, you get to do all this. Well, yeah, we get to travel, but a lot of time it's, we get there at 4 p.m., set up for the show, play the show, leave the next morning. But I think the highlight is not the places, but it's all the people. We always get to meet people. We get to play a lot of really intimate shows, really get to connect with people on a much deeper level.
It's not what you think of when you're becoming a musician. You're like, I want to play on all these stages and all these venues, but in reality, there's such a different vibe that's happening whenever you're playing at a house show. Everybody, you see all the faces in the audience. You talk to all the people before and after the show, and they really get to know who you are, and I feel like there's a genuine connection that happens there.
I actually toured with a folk band for 3 years, and we did primarily house shows. So I've seen just time and time again the way that you can connect with people in their own space. And I think to me that as a musician is probably one of the more enjoyable parts about the music. Like, you can play at bars, breweries, all these wineries where people are kind of listening to you. They talk to each other and then they turn around and say, oh, great job on the song, and then they just continue talking. But this is more of an intimate kind of sharing a story. We're all in on the night together, so excited to do that here in Mount Juliet, Tennessee.
Thank you. A wonderful night. One more time, everybody.
Well, you guys are coming on the road with us, right? We got our tires.
Okay, in the end, we made
$62.
We're $3 away from making like what we needed, but we didn't make any money that we could keep for ourselves, so we just took some candy.
And I got some back there too.
I think it was a lot of fun, and I don't mind not getting any money.
Yeah,
but
I don't mind.
I had a lot of fun, and I think I would do it again, even
Yeah,
if we
it
didn't
was
have money.
really fun.
Awesome night, wasn't it? That was so cool. Beautiful music, beautiful night. This is what Nashville is all about. Our first time hosting a home show, and the Lindsley brothers were amazing, incredible, and we're definitely going to have to do this again.
We're 100% going to have to do this again.
So much fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally unexpected, but I think it's put a new fire in us.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we're going to do this again, Nashville.
More.
Thank you for joining us on this episode of Nashville Next Door in our hometown, Mount Juliet, Tennessee, and the city between the lakes.
Yeah, we hope that you enjoyed hearing the stories of the incredible people that call this place home, and we'll see you next time on Nashville Next Door.